I'm Mungo Darkmatter, and welcome to Darkmatters. Today on Darkmatters, I'm going to do a review of the Harmon Kardon Soundsticks III. I did an unpacking of these speakers a few weeks back, so I'll put a link to that in the description below as well. These speakers sound great and they look great, is the bottom line of them. And I'll talk about some of the shortcomings and niceties of them later in the video. Another thing you may want to check out is the Bose computer speakers. Those sound really nice as well, although the lower price one does not come with a subwoofer. They range from $100 to $300. The Harmon Kardon range around $150 to purchase. But they're a really nice set of speakers. They might be more than you need for your computer, depending on what you use your computer for. If you're using your computer for Microsoft Word and just applications, they're way too much. If you watch movies or play video games on your computer, you may really like these speakers. Plus, they look really cool, which may be a plus for you or maybe a drawback for you. Okay, these are the Harmon Kardon Soundsticks speakers. Here's one along one side of the monitor, and we'll go over here. Monitor's off because the light from the monitor makes it a little harder to see the sound sticks. The nice thing about these sound sticks is they go up along the side of the monitor right here. The monitor goes up more, but because they're like the shape they are in proximity to the monitor, it actually makes the sound like it's coming out of the monitor. Is one thing I really like about it. There's volume buttons down here which you actually just have to touch, so they pick up, I guess, the capacitance or the resistance of your finger, and then it raises the volume level. The thing I don't like about that is on a regular set of computer speakers, a lot of times you just have a volume knob and you can tell where the volume is, and I think that's really nice. This uses like a mechanism that raises the volume on the amplifier, but there's no way to show what level it's at. For instance, on your TV set, you'd raise it and there'd be like a bar that you could pull up on the screen, and similar thing on your car radio. So that's one thing I don't like. Even though the volume control works really well, I'd like to know where it's at. Over here, I think this is the back of the subwoofer. I'm not really sure. See, there's a volume knob here, so I've turned it around so that I can access the volume knob on the subwoofer, but the label for this is on the front, so I think you would turn it around actually. Also, the wires come out of here, so I would think that this is actually the back. It would be nice to have in one of these speakers a plug for headphones that was like a convenient jack you could plug into, but they don't have that either. Up here you'll see there's a white LED. On the older models that was blue. It's more to show that the power is on, but it kind of reflects in the subwoofer to make it like a light, but it's not a really very bright light or a very fantastic kind of effect. Most things electronic now, like even your routers and your hubs that you might have in your home network, have lights on them that are blinking that kind of overpower this one light here. I actually like the idea of it being blue more than white, but it's a nice white light, I guess. The subwoofer is very nice. I have it on top of the desktop so you can feel the sound, like if your arms or your body's near the desktop. The speaker actually goes down towards the bottom on a subwoofer to press the sound down. You can also put it on the floor, which is probably more effective for a subwoofer. Bass speakers actually you can feel, and they a lot of time use the floor in a room to resonate so that you can feel it and it vibrates. There's very good bass coming out of these units because of the subwoofer, but optimally it would be placed probably down on the floor or lower. It's a nice looking subwoofer, and the control for the volume of it's up here, so being on the floor would be kind of inconvenient. So the controls for the subwoofer are kind of inconvenient as well. Let me see here if I can turn this around here. I turn it around, you can see it says Harmon Kardon on the front, so that is probably the front of it. It's recommended really you place it under your desk or on the floor, but some people put it on their desks, I've found out, and that's where I have it. At any rate, they're a very nice set of speakers, and the sound's very good on them. And like I said, because of the sound stick design, it actually seems as though the sound's actually coming out of the monitor when you're looking at something. So that's a nice feature of it. They are kind of showy and modern looking, and so they're like a work of art in and of themselves, which is one thing about them. You buy them partly, I guess, because of their looks, partly because they sound really good. I've also listened to the Bose computer speakers. Bose has a few sets of computer speakers that range from $100 to $300. And those sound really nice, but the lower priced version of the Bose does not have a subwoofer, and I think a subwoofer really adds to the sound. I almost think these speakers are more sound than I need typically when I'm using my computer, unless I'm watching a movie on it or listening to music. But I really like the speakers since I've gotten to get used to them. Except for the few shortcomings, which are the volume control doesn't show you what level it is at, and the volume control for the subwoofer is on the back. Those are the only complaints I really have with the speakers. I'm Mungo Darkmatter, and this has been Dark Manners, and whatever you do, enjoy technology.